Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom, and today I'm taking a look at a very dead mall. This is the Hudson Valley Mall in Kingston, New York. I've never been to this mall before. I'd read that it was considered a dead mall, or as they seem to call it, a ghost mall in this area. But when I got here, I was shocked at just how dead it is. This is probably the busiest part of the mall right here, believe it or not. The mall is currently owned by Hull Property Group, and if you're familiar with Hull Property Group, you'll know that they like to buy struggling malls and revitalize them. It seems like that one of the ways they try to do this is by covering the vacant storefronts with walls and putting up historical photos of the area. In my opinion, this can look okay in some cases where there aren't that many vacant stores, but when you have this many vacant stores, it turns the mall into just a series of hallways that kind of end up feeling like a maze. The only other mall I've seen that looks like this is the mall at Whitney Field in Leominster, Massachusetts, which also happens to be owned by Hull Property Group. The only difference is there are quite a few more stores opened at the mall at Whitney Field than there are here, so it doesn't look quite as bad there. This mall opened in 1981, and this food court here was added in 1989 during the first major expansion of the mall. The expansion in '89 also added the Sears, which is right around the corner, and also apparently about another 15 stores in this general area. This is the movie theater, NCG Cinema. I've actually never heard of them before. They've only got one location in this area, which is this one in New York, and then the rest of their locations seem to be mostly in Michigan and Georgia. As you can see, all the old restaurants in here are walled off except for these two, and these two look to be out of business to me. This was filmed on a Tuesday at around 4 in the afternoon, so I would imagine if they were still in business, they would have been open by now. You know, at least preparing for the dinner crowd, I would think. But obviously, there doesn't appear to be any dinner crowd in this mall. Straight ahead is where Sears used to be. Sears closed in 2018, and here's a photo of what this part of the mall looked like back then. And you'll notice in the photos, the floor used to be tile, and now it's all carpeted. I would assume that the carpet went down once the Hull Property Group bought the mall and started adding all these walls and everything else. When I was doing research on this mall, I was able to find information about the anchor stores and the major renovations on the mall, but I wasn't able to find any floor maps telling me what the other stores were in here. So for most of these small stores, I have no idea what used to be in here. If this used to be your mall, or if this is a mall you've been to before and you know what these stores used to be, let me know in the comments. Alright, so now let's take a look around. Based on that advertisement for ornaments, I'm guessing this might have been a Hallmark store, but that's just a wild guess. And don't forget, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. Thanks. The marquee for this store here on the right looks very familiar to me, but I can't place it. It's very distinctive, so I'm sure somebody out there knows what this store is just based on that marquee. And lo and behold, we have an open store. Kind of feels weird to have an open store amongst all these other vacant storefronts. This place must get pretty creepy at night. Up until 2016, this would have been the entrance to Macy's, or at least this is near where the entrance to Macy's used to be. As you'll see when I do a drive around of the mall at the end of the video, at some point between 2016 and 2019 or so, they actually cut out a section of the mall that connected this hallway to the Macy's. Today, the Macy's building is home to New Vance Health, a medical facility, which opened in 2019. But originally, the Macy's building was the home to the original anchor store Hess's. Hess's closed in 1995 and became Filene's. And then in 2006, Filene's became Macy's, like it did at pretty much every other mall. And then Macy's finally closed in 2016.
Yeah, the ATM, quick check, I mean, the PNC Bank does not levy fee to any ATM users to a non customer.
At the end of this hall is where JCPenney used to be. JCPenney was one of the original anchor stores, and it closed in 2015. So straight ahead, right above that white wall and below the ceiling, you can see that beige area. I'm fairly certain that would have been the entrance to JCPenney right there.
Come and play with us, Daddy. Forever and ever and ever.
That was kind of weird.
We had taken everything off, and then she sat there.
Oh, cool. They have new body. Now I don't have to eat like you anymore. You doing parkour? I didn't know it was Tuesday. I was like, oh, you're doing parkour. No? All the kids are doing like different real quick.
No, I just changed the day.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
I don't think I've ever seen a Boy Scouts of America store before. At least not at a mall. So based on my research, to the left here, this used to be Kmart, this entire area, including the hallway. Kmart closed in 1995, and they moved down the road. And then at some point, they split the old Kmart into two different store areas. So on the left, you had Best Buy, which opened in 2000, and then Dick's, which opened in 2001. Dick's is still open, of course, but Best Buy closed a couple of years ago. So right now where we're walking, this used to be the middle of Kmart. And that used to be Kmart. I think the Kmart was a super Kmart, which would explain why it was so enormous. Because look at the size of these two stores. That would be a very large Kmart. Here's Target, and from what I understand, Target was actually built in 2000. So before 2000, I don't believe there was anything here where this Target is today. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments. Just like the Target at the Enfield Mall in Connecticut, the Target here also seems to be the main draw to this mall. So I'd say it seems pretty conclusive that this is a dead mall. With this many stores being closed, I don't think you can even call this a dying mall. I would guess, without doing the math, that at least 85 to 90% of the stores here are vacant. And the main draws appear to be the Target and the movie theater, I would guess. And there were only maybe, a handful of other smaller stores here. So again, let me know what you think about this mall. If you've been here before, what are your memories of it? And if you haven't been here in a while, let me know what you think about how it looks now. Also, don't go anywhere yet. As always, I'm going to do a drive around of the mall and we can see what it looks like from the outside. Here's the old Sears, and the sign's gone, but you can clearly see where it used to say Sears. And there's an enormous pothole in front of the Sears, which I had to drive through very slowly. Otherwise, I probably would have bottomed out. Here's the Dick's, which is where the Super Kmart would have been up until about 1995. Here's where the Best Buy used to be. And again, this used to also be the Super Kmart up until 1995. Here's the old JCPenney building, and you can kind of see the label scar right there below the Hull Property Group sign where it says JCPenney. And again, this closed in 2015. Here's the part of the mall that I was talking about that got cut out. So this used to be connected to the Macy's. So the Macy's was here on the right and the mall is to the left. They cut out this huge section in the middle, which I don't know why they did that. But now, as you can see, it's Nuvance Health. And there's a bunch of different medical facilities in here from what I understand. So does anybody out there know why they cut out that section of the mall and removed it? Like, what would be the point of that exactly? So at this point, it was about 4:30 or 5 o'clock, I think, and I was kind of getting hungry for dinner, and I thought, well, that restaurant looks kind of nice, but nope, it's out of business as well. And there you have it. That's the Hudson Valley Mall in Kingston, New York. Definitely a dead mall in my opinion. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. And I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I've got a lot more mall videos coming up, store walkthroughs, and of course flea markets. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.